Hey, Rebecca, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Melissa?
Oh, I'm good, but I'm working with this firm operator right now, and her managing partner has asked for kind of a summary of all the outstanding invoices and client balances they have since they're kind of getting towards the end of the year, and a plan for collections. I'm not quite sure how to get that information. Can you help me?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I'm imagining, and let me just get my screen share up and running there, is that your billing coordinator is probably used to our billing tab and probably working somewhere in there looking for this information. And
Totally.
so what I would recommend for him or her is to jump to this invoice insight tab, and this will load our firm invoice details dashboard. I think a lot of the information is going to be there. So our firm invoice details dashboard, it'll show you information about your invoices in LeanLaw.
Oh,
My
wow.
best guess is that they want to look at the full year's history, but you can go in and sort and change the date ranges that are showing for this dashboard. So that's I'm going to leave it at this year because I think for this case, they probably want to be able to see a full year.
Totally.
And then we've got outstanding balances by age of invoice. So if you wanted to go in and say drill into something that's specific to a particular invoice date, you could do that. If you just wanted to kind of see how old the invoices are at a high level. But in this example, it really sounds like they want to focus on this top 10 clients with outstanding balances. So what
Yeah.
I might do is actually point her there and say, this is going to give you who are the clients that have the most outstanding balances today. So you'll get those top 10 in this chart. And then if you wanted to filter down, let's take Redfish Lake, for example. If you wanted to filter down and just drill into the details of what's going on specifically with Redfish Lake, you can see the dashboard dynamically updates for you. And you've got your unpaid invoices, you've got your partial payments, you've got your complete payments, and then you've just got all of the invoice data that's out there that pops up when you do that filtering down onto Redfish Lake. Do you think that's kind of what she's looking for?
Yeah, that is so helpful. I know probably one of the things she's going to ask is how she can best represent this information to her partners. Obviously, she could screen share this and show them, but if they wanted a more formal presentation, is there a way to get these visuals?
Yeah, absolutely. So she can, of course, she can show it live, but if she wanted to go in and kind of take screenshots, each of the items in this dashboard have this little arrow next to them, this down arrow. You can go on, you can download it into a CSV or Excel if you wanted to do some customization on the visual. You can also download it as an image. So you can go in for each of these items and take those snapshots and get all of the data from there so that you could put those then into some kind of PowerPoint presentation or whatever format you wanted to share this in, maybe some kind of PDF as a formal report. So those are all options available as well.
That's awesome. And wait, did I say that you could set an alert? Can you tell me more
Yes,
about that?
absolutely. So let's do it from one of the tables. That's usually what I recommend because you get a little more flexibility. But you can go in and set an alert, and then you can customize that, and so you can give it a name. Let's say unpaid invoices, and let's say I want to see anywhere where the outstanding balance is greater than $10,000, and I'm going to group that by client, so I can see any client that has more than that. And then I want to do for invoice dates that are greater than, let's say, January 1st, so I get the full year. So I've gone in and set up my conditions, and then I can go in and change how often I want to send it. Probably for something like this, I don't need to send it every day.
Probably not.
Unless you're really excited about getting emails on this regularly, but you might want to look at it maybe once every 2 weeks. So you can go in and change that frequency. And then you pick the channel you want to send it to, and your channel is kind of email. Think about who you want to email when you're sending it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create actually a new channel just so you can see how easy this is. And I'm going to call this my review unpaid invoices. I'm going to say, these are the clients with over 10K outstanding. And I'm going to say new unpaid invoices. And then there's this really great functionality where I can go in and say, okay, I want to get this email for myself, but I also want to CC my boss so that he has an awareness of this as well. So I'm going to go in and say Gabe at LeanLaw's.com. And good news is that Gabe's really excited about getting emails from me. So now I've gone in, I've created that channel. I just say create, and then I've got confirmation that it's been created successfully. And then just to give you an example of what that looks like, this is an example of what that alert would look like. So any client with an unpaid invoice over 10K, you can also see it was sent to Gabe, and then I can see my client breakdown and their current outstanding balance.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. And I could send it to Gabe, or like in her instance, she could send it to maybe all her responsible attorneys or something like that.
Exactly, yeah. So you can go in and basically anyone you wanted to send it to, if you wanted to BCC it, if you wanted to, let's look at our options here. You can BCC, you can CC, so, and you can add as many as you want. Totally up to you. So
That's awesome. I think this is going to be super helpful for her. Thanks for walking me through it, Rebecca.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Melissa.
Thanks. Bye.